now we're moving on to the carburetor. So this is OEM Weber carburetor. So we all know Redline makes them now. But anyway, it's a legit Weber carburetor. So right here I got a few things lined up that Mazda Trick offers. It's a little kit, so I'm gonna give them a free promo right now. Definitely not getting paid by them to promote this, but this is a very basic, simple setup. This is the route you want to go with when you want to install it in your RX2, RX3, in this case RX4. These are set up for buggies, Volkswagens. So there's a few things you need to swap out for your rotary engine. A lot of guys out there, they like to do their own thing, and I did that way back in the day, but this is very practical and it's very simple, and they offer the whole package, so you don't have to go from store to store looking for things or anything like that. So first of all, we got this is for the accelerator cable. This is a special bracket. When you do step on it, it'll keep the carburetor from binding from inside, so that kind of like, it's a safety precaution, so you won't mess up your rod that goes across from the propellers inside. And we have the 35 air jets, and we have the floater needle. That's a 3.0, and 190 fuel jets. Pretty basic for a street port engine. Oh yeah, and I also have a banjo fitting here, so we're gonna go with the banjo AM fitting. So but anyway, so basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna put these two here on this side, and we're gonna go ahead and leave this alone because we still need the little bracket for the auto metering pump. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so you want to get yourself some needle nose pliers because they do have a snug fit. There we go. And these are actually 135, so a lot of new Webers come with the 135s, and we're going to swap them out with the 190s, which are right here. So I'll just press this one in. There we go. 120 out. That's the stock. So we come with the 120s, and we're gonna put the 135s. I think I might have said 35 in the beginning, but they're actually 135s. So that goes in here, and we just put this one back in. And all right, now that we got these two ready, set to go, with the 135s and the 190s, we could drop them in. Alright guys, next is going to be, well, I already took off the screws. That's all the screws that go right here on top. That's where the flow needle's at. So we're gonna go ahead and swap it out for this one here, which is, you guys could see, more flow. And don't forget to swap out the seal. Anyway, this is going out. It's 200, and we're gonna put the 300 in here. Go ahead and move on and do these brackets. So obviously the carburetor, if you're facing it from the driver's side, it's gonna go this way, so your cable's gonna come down this way. So we're not using this side anymore. That's just for the oil metering pump. But this side, we're gonna put this one right here for the accelerator cable, and this one here. So this one's gonna go first, and this one. So here we go. We're gonna add this one on here. So as you can see, going through full throttle, and this little pin here stops it. So full throttle, and it's gonna hit right there. So it kind of prevents this from bending. I've seen a lot of rotary cars without this little handle here, and it's very hard and difficult to get them dialed in when you want to tune them, and it's very hard. You gotta bend the rod back into place, or at least these, and it's just a headache. But anyway, that's why we're putting this one on, so we can avoid that. And this one's gonna go, let me see, nope, it's gonna go this way. Yeah, this way. See, yeah. Okay, so it's kind of hard working upside down here, but yeah, it's gonna go this way. So there you go. This has got to show right there, and that's all there's to it. Then you put your little lock washer thing on. Little. So this is what you should have right here. So again, this is for like US spec. I think Australians runs there this way. We're all done. Yeah, basic mechanical system that they sell. Everything's all plugged up, ready to go. Got the gasket. I forget what Mazda trick calls them. Yeah, that one got stuck, but there we go. So I'm using those for two reasons. One, for low RPM torque. Another one because of this right here. So if you see this kind of pops out. This velocity stack is going to help out the manifold. What a lot of guys do, they'll cut this off. So you might want to look out for that when you're purchasing. They do sell manifolds that don't have this bridge here, but this is an old school racing beat manifold. So what a lot of guys did back then, they would just cut them off because they didn't have the space up here. But for this RX4, I got more than enough space, and I can use this velocity stacks. And you guys check this out right here. Okay, hold it from the top. Got my wife helping out. Look, she got them gloves on like a pro. But this is what I'm trying to show you guys. The little thing there, see, it's not hitting anymore, it's not touching. So there's more than enough space now. I could actually put another two or another extra on, but I think that'll do. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, well, almost forgot. I don't want to forget those seals. I have fuel leaking everywhere. On the bottom, on the top, sandwiched. There we go. Now we could put the carburetor on. Okay, and then that's pretty much it. Alright, fellas, now to put the cable on, gotta remove this tape. Look at that, man, that thing's shining like a mirror. So this sits right there. Oh man, I'm scared to handle this. Again, this is part of the Mazda Tricks kit that they offer. Alright guys, so that's all there's to it. That's the setup right there. So it's pretty practical, easy. You don't have to be bending any alternator brackets or using some funky bungee cords. I mean, that's how we did it back in the day. But I mean, they offer this kit now, so hey, why not, you know? But that will do it for the carburetor. Next, I'm gonna move into what is this? The oil metering pump fittings that go on here. So we're gonna go ahead and get those in. Alright, I got some MPT fittings. I believe these are what are these paid? 10M days? 10M 1.0. Okay, so that's what these are. Some M10 1.0 MPT fittings. So it's gonna pretty much be right here, and it's already dark, but I gotta finish this today because we're only like a couple days away. So right here. Alright fellas, we're almost done with the fuel lines. Just gotta make sure that alright, I got these up to 100 psi just to make sure they're not leaking. Oh, it looks good to me. Yep. Alright. Alright fellas, again, I'm tired of saying this, but it is yet another day. It was late last night and we're trying to get all the plumbing done, which we did. And this was the only final step to the puzzle. And just gotta put this on and then just focus on the gas tank. Alright fellas, this came in today. Radium Engineering. This is basically for the fuel cell. All the stuff is coming in at once, which is great. So this is for the fuel cell, and this is basically for it's a breather, and on that same breather there's this little fitting that that pretty much protects you from catching on fire, your fuel falling out from the fuel cell in case the car flips. There's like a bearing inside, and it plugs up the fuel cell and it keeps it from falling over. So this kit comes with this hose and like a little filter and some fittings. I got the fittings outside, but I just came inside just to make this cut over here. So I made this cut with the X-Acto knife. Try to make it as round as possible, and I obviously made it a bit smaller than the actual circumference on the hose here. That way it'll be a nice tight fit. So yeah, let's go outside. Let me show you how I'm gonna go about putting this on the fuel cell. Alright, so here are the rest of the parts. There's the filter, little vent adapter, and a -8 AM fitting, and that goes here. So it's for your rollover vent. So your fuel cell definitely needs this. So if you plan on buying a fuel cell for your old school rotary, make sure you got your fuel line, return line, and your rollover vent line as well. So AN's gonna go there, hose is gonna go in here, and this is actually original from the car. It's a plug basically. I bought a bunch of these new from Phil's, so but this one's new, and I don't know if the camera's gonna show it, but somewhere back there there's like a hole, and that's the original hole for the original gas tank, and that's where you drain it from the outside. So from the outside, from the bottom, there's like a bolt, and that's whenever you want to drain your original gas tank. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run this line, plug it, and run the line through here, because the car reeks like fuel inside. So this will pretty much keep all the fumes from, or the fuel smell from, staying inside your cab, and instead of staying here in your trunk, it'll just breathe from the outside. So yeah, here we go. So first things first, and push this in through as much as we can. Okay, now that I have the rubber on, I'm just gonna do this halfway. Now that it's on there, I'm gonna try to run it all the way down and plug it, because we still got to put the filter on, and it's not gonna fit through this hole. All right, so this Dash 8A Infinity is pretty much a push fitting, so it will stand all the PSI or whatnot. But yeah, I just push it in there hard as you can. You can buy a special tool, but I don't do this like every day, so I really don't need that tool. I'll just manhandle it and push it in there myself. So there we go. And what I do, I pretty much just push them in until this little washer thing stops wiggling and moving. So alright, so here's a better view for the underside, and here's the holes, and I need to run it somewhere where it won't get in the way, so then I'll cut it afterwards. Alright fellas, and that's it right there. I don't know if the camera's capturing it, but I didn't even have to cut the holes. It landed perfect. I was kind of a little nervous that it might be too close to the exhaust, since it is a breather for the fumes and for the rollover breather. So yeah, I pretty much just zip tied it. I didn't want to drill any holes, so I found a little loop or somewhere where I could loop the zip tie. That way the holes won't go anywhere. And just routed it near the quarter panel. Check out that quarter panel, solid. But yeah, anyway, so this is where it goes. It goes right near the quarter panel where the old fuel pump used to go, and it runs right through the original fuel lines here and over, and it goes in there. Again, I used some zip ties. I didn't want to drill any holes in case I ever want to go back to the original, or if I ever find a decent priced original gas tank. But anyway, yeah, and it goes up in there. So yeah, no more fumes in my my back seat, you know, or inside the car. It was smelling pretty bad, but yeah, that took care of it, or hopefully it'll take care of it. You guys, you know how it goes with these rotaries, they always smell like fumes and exhaust. So, but it should be better. Okay, here's another look from here. So left it a bit long. It's got some slack on there, so still gotta take care of this though. And I'll tell you what, it smells better already in here. So next, go ahead and work on bracing this properly instead of just using the strap. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess with the whole Sevenstock thing and all, you know, you kind of get a little too excited and kind of become a little dangerous. But yeah, we'll get to it.